Steps in transforming ungrouped data into grouped data using MS Excel. Here are the steps in making a frequency distribution table. The first step is to select the ungrouped data that you would want to transform. So going back to our sleep and hypertension dataset, we would use the observations for age and paste it in a blank worksheet. After selecting the ungrouped data to be transformed, we proceed with arranging the data into ascending order. So using the sort button in Excel, we will arrange it from the smallest to the largest observation. After arranging them, we determine the range of the set of observation by subtracting the highest, which is 67, and the lowest observation, which is 18. So, the range is equal to 67 minus 18 or 49. After that, we need to determine the number of classes to be used in grouping. Note that this is arbitrary and is primarily dependent on the researcher's decision. For this example, we will use 7 classes. Thus, we will divide the 49 observations into 7 classes, resulting to the following classes: 18 to 24, 25 to 31, 32 to 38, 39 to 45, 46 to 52, 53 to 60, and 61 to 67. After that, we now assign the codes to each class for encoding. Note that these codes will be used for encoding the new variable age group. After setting the instructions for coding, we'll proceed with encoding. After encoding the age categories, the next step now is to determine the frequency and the class frequency of all the categories. Frequency, or the number of observations per category, can be determined using the filter option in Excel. To use it, highlight the first column, click the filter option in the Home tab, and click the drop-down button at the age group column. You would see in the drop-down button the codes that we have encoded in the age group column. We determine the number of observations per class by selecting the codes one by one. Note that the number that will appear at the lower portion of the screen would refer to the frequency and be found in the said class. To go back to the original view, just click on again the drop-down button and click Select All. Input now the frequency that you identified a while ago. Continue the same process until you complete the frequency column for the frequency distribution table. After determining the frequency, we proceed with determining the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency is equivalent to the class frequency of the class that you would want to determine the cumulative frequency plus the cumulative frequency of the preceding class. For the first class, the cumulative frequency is equivalent to the class frequency. For the second class, we determine the cumulative frequency by using the formula equal sign, open parenthesis, the cell where the frequency of class 2 is, plus sign and the cell for the cumulative frequency of the preceding class or the class 1. Close parenthesis and enter. The number that will appear will be the cumulative frequency of class 2. To get the cumulative frequencies of the other classes, just drag the lower right portion of the cell for the cumulative frequency of class 2. And automatically, the cumulative frequencies for the other classes would be generated. To check, the cumulative frequency of the last class should be equivalent or should be equal to the total number of observations in the dataset. So this is now the frequency distribution table of our age group data.